Alright guys, welcome back once again. This is a continuation of the rules of differentiation, and this time around we are looking at the quotient rule. So let's jump straight in. Please, if you have not subscribed yet, do so as we jump straight in. Let's assume we have a function, f of x over g of x, where we can let the f of x be u, like what we did in the product rule, the same thing, g of x be v. Therefore our dy dx is given as v du dx minus u dv dx, or on what, v square, or v to the power 2. So that's just the quotient rule. That's it. And we are familiar with v du dx, u dv dx. The only thing we are not familiar is just v square. That's all. Minus and deviation. That's the only difference. So let's jump straight in and take some example. For example, I have 1 over what? S square. We can let our u be a function, the top one, which is 1. Then my du dx will be what? 0, right? Because 1 is a constant. We have learned that in the first video on the rules of differentiation. So you can go back there and then you understand why it is 0. Okay. Then let v be what? X square du dv is what? 2x. This rule has also been tackled in what? In the first video, the rules of differentiation. You can watch that video and you'll be clear. So what do we do? Those are the things we need. This and this. So we just go straight and substitute everything back into the equation. Get dy dx will now be equal to v. Our v is what? S square, right? Our v is what? S square. Multiplying du dx was 0. So everything there will be 0. Our u is what? 1. And our dv dx is what? 2x. All divided by what? Our v squared, all squared. Okay, and just go back to the top there. So if I go to the top there, I have what? Dy dx is equal to, this part will just be 0. Okay, then I'll be left with what? Minus 2x at the top divided by x square, all square is what? X to the power of 4. Okay, what will happen then? We can say that this x can take one of these x as, like, with 3 over there, to the power 3. Therefore this is just equal to what? Minus 2 over x to the power 3. Okay, so therefore my dy dx is just equal to negative 2 over x to the power 3. That's it, using the quotient rule. Okay, let's try another example. For example, if you have y is equal to x minus 1 all over what? X plus 1. Okay, so our u is what? X minus 1 du dx is equal to 1. Our v is what? X plus 1 dv dx is also equal to 1. Therefore, what do? We only go to our formula here. We only go to our formula and substitute everything back. So what is our formula saying? We're saying that dy dx should be equal to v du dx minus u dv dx. Okay, and that should be what? Our v is what? X plus 1 du dx is 1 minus our u is what? X minus 1 dv dx is 1 all over what? that should just give us what? X plus 1 minus x minus 1 over what? X plus 1 all squared. So we can still continue. Let me just continue from this part because I don't want to get the question. So our dy dx can be equal to, if we expand the bracket, we get x plus 1 minus x plus 1 over what? X plus 1 all squared. And that should just be equal to this. Let me do the calculation. This x will take away this x, right? So I'll be left with the top 1. So the top is just 2. I'm left with 2 over what? X plus 1 all squared. So that means that the derivative so dy dx of this function is just equal to it 2 on what? X plus 1 all squared, right? So you can try it yourself and let's see. Okay, before I go ahead, you have solved 2 examples. I want to give you some try works. You also try one. What if you have y is equal to 1 on root of what? 3 minus x, right? Also, let's assume that you have y is equal to square root of x minus 1 over x plus 1. So you can try it and let's see these 2 examples. Try them and then compare your answer to what I've done, because if you click on the description links below, you see the links to these videos. Then you just click on it and check if your answers are correct, or if there are mistakes somewhere, then you correct it. Okay, so guys, this is all about the quotient rule. Just try more examples and you'll be perfect. Okay, alright, so let's jump straight into the next video, which will tackle what? The implicit rule. Okay, we'll talk about the implicit rule and the chain rule in the next video. So please click in the link below or use the link at the top there to enter into what? The chain rule and what? The implicit rule. Okay, then see you guys later. Take care.